Matt Provence here with men's basketball head coach, first-year head coach, Brian Kennedy. And, well, BK, obviously there's a lot of talk about your first year as a head coach at this level. Talk about how it's gone so far.
It's been a smooth transition so far. You know, I've been here at NJIT now going on my 5th year. You know, I've recruited all the kids that are here now, and starting with Daman Lin and Tim Coleman and Rob Ukawuba and Osa Izevubwa, our senior class. So I feel very comfortable. You know, everything's going well so far.
Well, it's one thing to see video from last year, see guys on paper, but now they've been on the floor practicing together, having preseason workouts, getting ready for the season. What excites you about the group you've assembled this year?
You know, we have a big challenge ahead of us this year with our schedule. It's the toughest schedule we've ever had here at NJIT. We return a great nucleus of kids in Daman, Tim, and Rob in particular. But we also have to replace 3 starters from last year. Now, we have a lot of youngsters that are talented on paper, but that's that old adage, talent and potential versus production. So they excite me with their talent and their enthusiasm, but they still have a ways to go to be ready for a Division I college basketball game.
We have 2 all-ASUN preseason selections. Of course, Daman Lin, who's gotten a lot of attention for his outstanding play for 3 years, but also Tim Coleman, who's been a very good player for this program. Let's start with Daman Lin. You know, how does he take a next step up, or how does his game even evolve with the losses that you've had in the backcourt?
You know, Daman's a special player. He's a once-in-a-generation player, really. At this level, he's had as good a college career as anyone. You know, for him, as far as the next level will be his leadership with this team. On the court, not much is going to change for him. He's averaged 18 points over his career from his freshman year till now. You know, he is going to be playing a lot more point than he has in the past. But it's really going to be, you know, how he leads this team along with his fellow tri-captains and Rob Ukawuba and Tim Coleman. I think that's the next step, is to be able to, to be able to elevate the play of the others around him.
How does the addition of the transfer from South Alabama, Abdul Lewis, affect your play, or what you envision your play to be in the front court this year?
Oh, Abdul's, you know, we're so happy and excited to have him. He sat out last year and had knee surgery on his knee. He's working his way back. He's 100%, and every day he's getting closer and closer to, you know, getting the rust off and so forth. He's a 6'9" player that brings an added dimension and being able to score in the low post and being athletic. You know, he's had a great preseason for us, and you know, we're looking forward to putting him into some game action. We also have Mohammed Bendari back, 6'9", you know, player out of St. Anthony's High School, who's really had a big improvement over this summer. He's worked extremely hard, and he's gotten better and better. So we have those 2 to help us replace Terrence, and I feel good about that.
You mentioned earlier that you've got some talented guys. You say the potential's there for 4 freshmen who joined the program. Talk a little bit about the expectations and maybe what you can expect from this group, you know, as the season evolves and goes on.
The expectations, I want them to not feel like they have expectations. You know, we have a group of we have enough veteran guys. You know, I want them to you know, to earn their playing time, to bide their time, to be able to learn our offense. Now, you know, that would be an ideal situation. Injuries and so forth, you know, may not allow me to do that. But they're a very talented group on paper. We have Shaquan Gibbs, who's a guard out of St. Anthony's High School. We have Donovan Greer, who's a junior college transfer out of San Jacinto Junior College in Texas. We have Anthony Tark from Coastal Academy. He's originally out of Maryland, and we also have Ron Alston from the Miller School down in Charlottesville, Virginia. All talented kids. They all bring something different to the table. But like a lot of freshmen, there'll be nights when they when they play really well, and there'll be nights when they struggle. You know, it's our job to make sure that we have more nights that they play well than they struggle. But anyway, they are freshmen.
You know, last year you got a little onus off by being in the ASUN for a first year, and we learned, et cetera. Do you feel good about the fact now going into year 2, there's a little bit more of a familiarity with the style of play down south?
Yes and no. Yes, we are more familiar with them, but they're also, the flip side is they're more familiar with our style of play. It's a great conference. It doesn't get nearly the recognition I think it should from top to bottom. Is a true mid-major conference. But yes, for the first time, there was, a lot of people have asked me this preseason, were there any defining moments from last year? And the 2 games that really jumped to my mind were our first conference game home here against USC Upstate, where they came in. We thought we were ready to play them, but the intensity level of a conference game, the fact that they had gone back, I'm sure, and had scouted every game that we had played, they were ready to play us. And we thought we were ready, but I thought after they came in here and beat us, I think that really woke us up and helped set our course straight for the rest of the regular season. The second game would be when we played Stetson here, our first home playoff game. And I think the same could be said about that game. We thought we were ready for the intensity of a playoff game, and we were. We did our jobs as coaches, and the players, they were ready. It's just sometimes you have to go through it. It's like a lot of times in the baseball playoffs, they're talking about that now, of having gone through it, or the Bulls when Michael Jordan finally had to overcome the Pistons and the bad boys. We needed to experience that, and now, unlike the regular season, we didn't have any more conference playoff games after that. It did help us for our CIT run, no question, and it helped refocus us and get us ready for the CIT run. But I think going into this year, we know what to expect conference-wise and, ultimately conference playoff-wise.
Before I let you go, I know you've put together a very grueling non-conference schedule, and we've talked about no walkovers at all in the A-Sun. But the most important question, I know you're one of the hardest working guys in the business, but do you pack a bathing suit for Cancun?
No bathing suits from Cancun. My son is going to be on the trip. He can pack the bathing suits and soak up the sun. For us, it's going to be all business down there. It's a great tournament. We're really looking forward to it. Our 2-up games are at Utah State and at Purdue, but our bracket down there with Georgia State, our initial opponent, and then the other side of the bracket, Eastern Kentucky and Idaho State, is really a challenging tournament for us.
Well, it's going to be exciting. I still wish I could find you a waterproof laptop. Maybe I could twist your arm, but watch video in the ocean. But either way, I know you've been preparing hard for the season. I'm looking forward to seeing it. It's a little bit of a new look, some new players, and best of luck getting it going.
Thanks so much, Matt. We're really looking forward to the season, obviously, but it'll be a great challenge for us. But I think our guys are ready for the challenge.